You may have thought that because Zack Snyder's Justice League is almost here, there wouldn't be any more trailers coming, but you'd be wrong. On the afternoon of Sunday, March 14th, HBO Max released a new trailer for the film formerly known as the Snyder Cut, and there's a lot of new stuff to gawk at. In particular, we see a lot more of Ray Porter's Darkseid than we have previously, including the powerful new god expressing his hunger to rule over all existence.
I have turned worlds to dust. All of existence shall be mine.
But along with big, explosive moments of heroes warring with villains and armies clashing, there are a handful of small details you likely missed upon first viewing. A number of shots in the trailer show us classic DC Comics characters we hadn't seen before, and just like one of the most famous Justice Leaguers, none of them are from anywhere near our zip code, our hemisphere, or any place in our particular corner of the solar system. While some reports about Snyder's original plans for Justice League claim Darkseid wouldn't confront the eponymous team of do-gooders himself, a couple of moments in the trailer have us wondering whether or not the ruler of Apocalypse might not be taking a much more direct hand in things than previously believed. Here are the small details you missed in the likely final trailer for Zack Snyder's Justice League. Blink and you'll miss it, but one of the most interesting moments in the latter section of the new trailer comes at around the 2-minute and 3-second mark. Very briefly, we get a shot of a woman, who may be Diane Lane's Martha Kent, Kal-El's adopted mother, and her eyes are glowing bright red. Of course, even if that is Martha Kent, being from Krypton isn't contagious, so why would her eyes be glowing like that? The most likely answer? While that may be Diane Lane, it isn't Martha Kent. It's John Jones, better known as the Martian Manhunter. In January 2021, actor Harry Lennox confirmed a long-held fan theory that General Swanwick, the character Lennox plays in both 2013's Man of Steel and 2016's Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, is the Martian Manhunter in disguise. At the same time, Lennox said he would finally be revealed as John Jones in Zack Snyder's Justice League. The alien hero has a long list of powers in the comics, including flight, super strength, telepathy, and, relevantly to this investigation, shapeshifting. It isn't a huge stretch to imagine John Jones taking on the form of Martha Kent. Either that or Diane Lane's dealing with some brutal allergies. Martian Manhunter isn't the only alien hero the new trailer gives us a first look at. At around 57 seconds, and shots that appear to be from the battle between the forces of Earth and those of Apocalypse in the distant past, we get a glimpse of a member of the Green Lantern Corps who looks nothing at all like Ryan Reynolds. That doesn't mean he's completely unfamiliar, however, at least not to longtime fans of DC. Judging by this Lantern's appearance, there's a good chance this is Yalan Gur, a Green Lantern who's introduced in a flashback in 1991's Green Lantern number 19. Gifted with a ring that has no weaknesses, Yalan Gur becomes overconfident and dies for his error. Will Zack Snyder's Justice League delve significantly into this deep canon? Will we actually get to see Gur's downfall brought to life on screen? Time will tell, but this kind of addition would be certain to delight hardcore fans. At about 1 minute 37 into the trailer, we see something that's never before been portrayed in live action: the deadly Omega beams of Darkseid. Their zigzagging pattern is unmistakable, and Darkseid's target may very well be Jason Momoa's Aquaman. Whoever it is, they seem to be swimming, and moments before this shot, we get snippets from the underwater battle between Aquaman and Darkseid's Lieutenant Steppenwolf. That may not be the last that we see of Omega beams either. A few seconds later into the trailer, we see red energy beams firing at the Batmobile, and at around 2:07, we get more red beams firing at Batman himself. It isn't clear if these last two shots emanate from Darkseid. They don't share the trademark zigzag pattern from what we can tell, and there are plenty of other possible origins in a film like Justice League for crazy sci-fi lasers. Regardless, just the first shot of the Omega beams is intriguing. When Kevin Smith first started spilling the beans on what he knew about Zack Snyder's plans for Justice League, the story was that while Darkseid would have shown up, it wouldn't have been until toward the end of the film. What we see in this latest trailer could suggest Zack Snyder's Justice League will give us a Darkseid who's more involved throughout. Fans won't have to wait long to confirm all this speculation. Zack Snyder's Justice League will attempt to crash the HBO Max servers on March 18th, 2021. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about DC heroes are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.